Good evening and welcome to the channel's studios here in London with your international news around the world in 5. Israeli forces have killed 3 militants inside a hospital in Jenin in the occupied West Bank. CCTV footage showed members of an undercover unit disguised as medics and other civilians making their way through a corridor with rifles raised. The Israeli military said the militants were hiding in the hospital and that one was about to carry out an attack. Another armed group, Palestinian Islamic Jihad, said 2 of those killed were its members. The security camera video from the hospital shows several members of the Israeli undercover unit, men and women, hurrying through a corridor, training their weapons left and right. The Palestinian Authority's Ministry of Health accused Israel of carrying out a new massacre inside hospitals. The former Pakistani Prime Minister Imran Khan has been sentenced to 10 years in jail in a case in which he was charged with leaking state secrets. Mr. Khan, who was ousted by his opponents as Prime Minister in 2022, is already serving a 3-year jail term after being convicted of corruption. He has called all of the charges against him politically motivated. The conviction under the Secrets Act comes the week before general elections, in which he is barred from standing. Former Foreign Minister Shah Mahmoud Qureshi was also sentenced to 10 years in prison by the special court set up inside Adiala Jail in Rawalpindi, where both men are being held. The leader of the Democratic Unionist Party, Northern Ireland's main unionist party, has endorsed a deal to restore power sharing.
The package of measures in totality does provide a basis for our party to nominate members to the Northern Ireland Executive, thus seeing the restoration of the locally elected institution.
Sir Geoffrey Donaldson said it provided a basis for Stormont's return, subject to laws being passed in Parliament and final agreement on a timetable. He said it was not perfect, but was a good outcome for Northern Ireland. The DUP has boycotted government at Stormont for nearly 2 years. The government is expected to publish the deal in full on Wednesday and pass legislation in Parliament on Thursday.
Our goal has been to secure the conditions that allow for the return of devolved government on a sustainable basis, and where it can make a real and meaningful improvement in the lives of all the people of this part of the United Kingdom.
Police have arrested 5 people after several bodies were found shot dead in a remote area of Southern California's Mojave Desert. 6 bodies were found after a gunshot victim called 911, sending a police helicopter to the grisly crime scene. Investigators for the San Bernardino Sheriff's Office said that the dispute appears to be related to the illicit marijuana production. 4 of the 6 victims have been identified so far. The African Union has declared its deep regret over the decision this weekend by military regimes in Burkina Faso, Mali and Niger to pull out of the West African regional bloc ECOWAS. Those 3 nations accused ECOWAS of posing a threat to their sovereignty. They had all been founding members when ECOWAS was set up almost 50 years ago. In a statement from the AU's Commission chairperson, called on regional leaders to intensify the dialogue between the ECOWAS leadership and the 3 aforementioned countries. Uganda's National Unity Platform political party has filed a case with the High Court in Kampala to compel security agencies to release 18 of its supporters who have been missing for nearly 2 years. The supporters reportedly disappeared during the heated 2021 election period. UP leader Kumar, popularly known as Bobby Wine, ran for president. The supporters' whereabouts are unknown, but their families and NUP party leaders believe that they were unlawfully arrested and are still being detained by security forces. And a video has gone viral in the United States after a woman jumped on a speeding car after the driver stole her French bulldog. A witness filmed the moment Ali Zacharias clung to the bonnet of the speeding car in downtown Los Angeles. Zacharias says Oinks, her French bulldog, was stolen, and when she tried to stop the thieves from driving away, they drove their vehicle into her. After riding on top of the bonnet for a couple of blocks, Zacharias was able to roll off and fall to the ground without any major injuries. Oinks is still missing. And that's your international news around the world in 5. Now back to the channel studios in Lagos.